whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down, Mills. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On third down, here's Mills. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it, and he'll pop that ball free.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. Jackson now to return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Purdy on 4th down. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. A 1st down throw from Mills. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. From the gun, here's Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. See what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing, Mills. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. We're down this big. We know that they need touchdowns instead of field goals, but now it's add insult to injury because they can't even get the 3, Charles, on the excellent block there by the special teams.
And it certainly felt to me like the special teams consider themselves an extension of the defense, which has played well for them. They have a nice cushion. They didn't want to allow any points, any opportunity to cut into their lead. A big-time play by those guys on that side of the ball.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And some space here. Oh, he goes up top. Touchdown, 49ers. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this. I know we could set up. and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think he'd just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. To throw, Mills. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Mills. Over, and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Loose inside the 30. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Mills. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mills. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mills on 1st down. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Jackson now to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 64 yards. And the 49ers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
There we go now as they will again try for two. They'll look to throw. It's complete, and he will not make it to the goal line as this try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is going to be 49er football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear phrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Jackson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Purdy will set up to throw it here. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Niners extend their lead yet again. Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 38. Mills now. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mills. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jackson to return. And there he goes again. Touchdown, 49ers. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mills. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Jackson now to return. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to... This is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball, a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen 2 teams combine for 100 points in a game 5 times in league history. One of the greatest games ever played, well, by one of the teams anyway.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Past the 20, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now the Niner offense is back on the field, and they're going to try for 2 here. Now Purdy. And this throw will be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. He's at the 50.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw is Mills. And that will be incomplete as well.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect. Back to throw, Purdy. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. 3rd and long for Mills. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought. Defensive stand, roughing the passer, wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Mills throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Mills. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.